The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Chargers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Third and 2, Herbert. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Los Angeles.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Chargers nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Eckler. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Go, go, go.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the
5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here is Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Jones. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run here with Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Los Angeles.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Herbert now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
Herbert's pass intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a 42-yard
on 1st down, Mahomes. caught on the right side by Jones. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On second down, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Once more, here's Eckler. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He'll get that complete to Reed. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Jones. Nifty move. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. From the gun, Herbert. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
13.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. Mahomes, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Aaron Jones, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. It's Eckler again. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
On the give, this is Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the Chargers first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Check, 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 check.
They get this out left, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Chargers 21. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it right.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Herbert will do this one to Eckler, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Javarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 52, Chargers 21. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side of this one. They'll start here with Jackson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Watch the run.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Today's final score, Chiefs 52.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.